You know, something I want to talk about in this video, whether you're a fan of Star Wars, Star Trek, other movies, shonen anime, comics, manga, webtoon, light novel, video games. And if you've been in nerd groups or pages on Instagram, Twitter, verse debates, either you've seen them or you've been in them. I've been doing verse debates in them or doing them since about 2013. It's kind of how I built my name up a little bit from putting on verse debates or participating in verse debates from Facebook, Instagram, a couple times on Twitter. It's a big verse debates are a big staple amongst the nerd community. It's gonna be here. It's always gonna be here. Whether a new character shows up, talking about an old character, talking about a lesser known character, talking about a more known character, it's always gonna be debates on it. It could be a great thing, learning new stuff about a character as what they did in this comic arc, or going in more in depth with some of their feats, or when they get new feats. Or in some cases, just dissecting things they did. You could learn new stuff because nobody knows everything. And verse debates are a good way to learn stuff, but then they can be bad. Oh, yeah. The fanboys, fangirls, overestimating a character, overestimating a feat or what they did, underestimating a character or something of what they did. I've seen the highs and I've seen the lows. A lot of us have. Even some of the people that's tuning in, they've been there with me as we've seen threads go to 1,000 comments. Pages go 300-400 comments on an Instagram page, nerd page. With anything, you got to take the good and the bad, the yin and the yang. What I say is, it's a great thing. It can be annoying because when a new character or this ongoing series does something new, mainly anime and comic characters, it's like, oh, that was cool. I love how they did that with their power. But then as soon as it happens, you get on some social media that does debates. Wow, they just did this. And now it's in a debate. Now you don't like it no more. I mean, that's crazy as it sounds for people that's not familiar in the debate thing, but that's real. That's really true. What could happen? Then also something about debates. Even if the characters look good as far as what they could do, outside of underestimating characters, scaling, tiering. That is probably the golden rule of verse debates. Spider-Man doesn't need to be fighting Orion unless, amped, which I'll get into that briefly. Spider-Man is more that Black Panther tier. Them two could fight against each other. Backlash from Wildstorm, Red Ranger from Boom Comics. That type of thing. This tiering is key. Now, let me backtrack. It's some standards to when you in the debate setting up one or doing one. Parameters like standard gear abilities to make sure there's no amps or anything. How they can win. Certain characters like Superman, you kind of need to state which version it is. When you say standard gear abilities, then it gets to like, is it pre-Christ Superman, post-Christ, New 52, Rebirth. Certain characters you gotta state, like Superman, you have to state which one it is for the sake, or you'll get stuff from the pre-Christ when he was doing the craziest of stuff and people throw him in. So parameters, tiering, and then knowing the characters. Well, look, people don't like fanboys, fangirls, but you gonna do it in some type of way. I do when my character like Ninja, Panther, Superman, to name a few. I fanboy more Jim, most definitely. Shout out to the Monkey King. Shout out to the Monkey King. I fanboy a little bit, but I don't go overboard with it. You know? But some people, it ain't even the character. Batman gets a lot of hate. You know, with the whole prep time and all that stuff. Batman's a great character and he has some nice stuff. It's just the fanboys who make it bad for him to do or for him to show up. You know, but you know, when you're one of the most popular fictional characters, it comes with the territory. But anyway, though just a snippet of breakdowns, and it gets deeper than that. But it's made in those categories. And even when it comes to movies, or like Star Wars, John Wick, Netflix series characters, the live action ones, they still apply those rules, just not as more in depth as I think like with the anime comic characters, you know. But here's my brief take on it. Leave comments. You know, I can see them. We could talk about it. Get your take on what I said. Appreciate y'all as usual. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Good morning, good night, good evening, wherever you may be. Enjoy your day, night, or evening. Thanks for tuning in.